All right. So welcome to the call. What we do is each week we get on here and do this. And what we do on here is get you answers to your questions. And I'll go for about an hour, unless it's just so gangster, I got to keep going. But basically, it's where you get to ask questions about either the program Build Lab, or you can ask questions about online marketing, online business, different things like that, different things that maybe you found inside of the performers group that you want to ask, or just questions that you have about online business in general or online marketing, same kind of thing. So it's real simple. Just don't, we can, I think, constructively interrupt each other. It's more of like a collaboration call, Q&A call. And this is kind of like a taste of what you get inside of Build Lab. Only in Build Lab, I go 2 hours at a time, twice a week, every Monday and every Thursday. And you can share your screen. We can, criticize your offer. We can, do things that are going to help you grow, essentially. So if you have whoever wants to go first, we can get started. So I'm just going to sit back and kind of answer questions. You guys are going to lead the call. Okay. So welcome. Ravi, what's up? Danielle, what's up? Daniel, what's up?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Hey, Mike, can you hear me?
Stupid thing out here. Okay. Yeah, I can hear you just fine. What's going on?
I on TikTok just made me so much. It opened up my mind so much more.
There you go. Sorry about that. You were cutting out pretty good there, so I didn't get to hear much of what you said, but try again.
Okay, I took off the video so that you could probably hear me better now.
Yeah, it's probably just taking bit rate. So yeah, maybe if it works better without the video, but at least I got to see you. So go ahead.
I just want to say thank you. Thank you. I don't really have a question right now because you answered my questions on TikTok, but I needed it. I really needed it because when you ask me what is a conscious leader, I know a conscious leader has a business, owns a business, right? But my mind is just blocked at that point. But yeah, you make it so much simpler. The fact that I was thinking that hey, a digital infrastructure is something that it could be a website, it could be a funnel, it could be all of those things. Yeah. But you just made it so much simpler by saying that inbound customer flywheel. By saying customer acquisition system. It just helped me so much more. Thank you.
Yeah, no, you're very welcome. And I get it, man. I was there. Like, I'm not even, I used to call things the most bizarre thing you'd ever call it. And people didn't know what the hell I was even talking about. They're like, is it for me? Is it not for me? Am I that? And so it's like, I painstakingly got to a place where I just like flat out just say it, because I think what happens is there's this like imposter syndrome thing that happens where you think that like if you're modeling somebody else, it's not going to be, they'll just be like, well, why don't I just go to that person instead? Why should I listen to you, when I could just go to this person? But that's not the case. I know people that are extremely, way more successful than I am, that teach the exact same stuff that I teach, but some people can't stand those people. So, at the end of the day, it's like, can you get the result for the person or not? Okay. Can you come across clearly or not? And you'll attract your people. I don't think people quite realize like how many people there actually are out there. Like, if you just had one customer a day coming into your life, your whole life would be different. You know what I mean? So we get sometimes, we derail ourselves and just hold ourselves back because we're worried about all these things that truly just they don't matter at all. So I hope that does help. And yeah, man, any other questions you have, I'm here. That's why we're on this baby. So let me know what you got. I'll be happy to help. So Danielle, what kind of questions do you got?
Nothing right now. I'm kind of just listening to what other people have, and in the program I'm doing right now, I have all the leads, and I've been sending out the emails and the text messages and calling people, but no answers and no real responses.
So what it sounds like to me is it is a problem in the way that the leads are getting generated. Okay, because
Maybe.
if you think about it like this, like watch. Let me I'm gonna just pull up my little drawing pad here. Can you guys see my little scribbles here?
Yes.
Okay. So you've got your traffic out here, and then your traffic, we're sending the traffic somewhere, and we're sending it, if they're generating leads, they're sending it to some sort of like, funnel like this, right? So it's usually, what's that?
Yes. There,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, somebody is, right?
Yeah.
Because there's no real other way to generate a lead except for this way, right? So
Right.
it's like, okay, where are they getting the traffic? This is one question. It's most likely social media. Okay. It could be from some other method, but it's likely going to be social media. And then whatever it is that gets them from here to here is typically the problem. So a lot of times when you buy leads, the reason why the leads don't work that good is because the leads have no freaking clue who you are.
Yeah.
And then you're calling them all of a sudden, or you're emailing them all of a sudden. They're like, who are you? I didn't do that. What are you talking about? Right? Or they just don't answer in general because they're not suspecting somebody to be, somebody to be contacting them. Does that make sense? So it's like, it's how you get them. This is the magic moment right here. It's how you get them. Really, it's how you get them from here to here, and then how you get them from here to here. That is going to either cause them to want to get back with you, or answer the call, or do the thing, right? And that's where a lot of people, when they buy leads, they're very upset because they're like, I bought these leads and these leads suck. Well, yeah, because you didn't actually generate the lead. That's why. And that's why I teach people what I teach them here, because when you can generate your own leads, it's 100% different than when you have somebody else generate the leads for you. But the reason why that you're having somebody else generate it for you is because you don't know how. So you're having to pay somebody else that does, and the quality gets dropped in between there. So does that make any sense?
Yes.
Okay. So, where you're getting the leads and how they're being generated is probably the problem, I would assume.
Okay. So I know that we get the leads from a certain website. They fill out the form and put in their email, phone number, name, and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a spreadsheet that they form with all the leads on it. And this gentleman has tons of leads. He gets leads from his website. He's a lead generator. I don't know how he gets all of his leads, but he's got millions of leads.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, to me, would you rather have, 1,000 leads a day that don't answer you, or 5 leads a day and 3 of them do?
Right. I would rather have that.
Yeah, of course. So my thing is the best thing to do is you really want to focus on, how can I generate these leads myself? Right.
Exactly.
Yeah. And so, it comes down to, well, what problem do these people have that they're seeking to solve? Okay. And then what can I, do, create, come up with that would help them solve some of that problem. So that's kind of the thing that, when we go to create, something to get them across this line right here. What we like to do is we like to always think about, okay, they're here, they want to get to here. And we're like, what are the steps to get them across here? Okay. If you can help them, it's kind of like this. It's kind of like, hey guys, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps. there's 5 steps to get from over here in your current situation to over here in your desired situation. I'm going to show you for free these first 2 steps. I'm going to show you how to actually get over there. And I'm going to help you along the way. And so they'll opt in to get these 2 steps here. And then when they buy your thing or whatever it is, they'll either schedule a call with you or they'll reach out. However you guys do the, like you said, you were calling them or whatever, that they'll pay for the rest of this. What they're really doing here is they're finding out, can I trust you? Do you have my solution? Because most people, if they know the solution is there and it's real, they'll pay for it. Everybody knows that nothing's free. Okay.
Right.
And they can either afford it or they can't. So the big problem is like, is there a tiger in the bush or not? And so what we do on this page, once they opt in, is we eliminate that tiger in the bush. It's like, yeah, there is a lot of bullshit out there and scams and whatnot, but we're not one of them. Let me show you why. Right. And the best way to prove that you're not a bad person is to just be a good person and actually help them. So to get somebody to opt in, what you need is you need this thing here, which is your funnel. And then because most people that do opt in, only about 2% of those people are going to actually do something the first time that they opt in. Okay. So how are we going to get, this, and 30%, they'll just never do anything. I don't care what you do. Okay. But that 68% that's going to allow you to make money and grow a business and be happy, those people are going to come with constant follow-up. Okay. So that is going to happen down here in the email world, because when they opt in, they'll fill out their name and email, and then they'll be in this list down here. Okay. This email list. And then you'll have these automated emails that keep going out to them, pushing them back to your sales page, to where eventually they come over here and they either buy your thing, or if they need to schedule a call or whatever. Okay. Does that kind of make sense?
It does. Totally.
Okay. So it sounds like to me, what you need to do is you really need to work on, generating your own leads. You need to master that part of the game. Otherwise you're always going to be depending on somebody else, and they don't have your best interest in mind. I promise you. Okay. So it's not a hard thing to learn. It's what we teach over in our Build Lab program. And I've already built the funnel and I've already built all that stuff out. We just work on getting your offer figured out. Like for instance, like what problem are you solving for people? What are you selling, for instance?
We have several things that we sell. It's a excuse me. It's a multi-income stream. Multi-stream income. There we go. So it's we have 3 different anchor offers. We have a wine subscription, we have health snaps, and we have a watch, a health watch. So
so you're in the health industry, it sounds like.
Pretty much, yes.
Okay. Because you're either in the health, wealth, or relationships. Okay. So they all kind of bleed into each other at a certain degree. But if you're in the health industry, you're helping me get healthy. At the end of the day, I'm not healthy, I'm healthy. Right?
Right.
Okay. So what is the big claim to fame? Like, what's the shiny object within those anchor offers? What's the one that people buy when they do buy?
Mostly it's the health snaps.
The health snacks?
Snaps. S-N-A-P-S.
Okay,
Snap.
what are these?
Snap. It's a snap with nootropics in it.
What's a snap?
It's like a business size little miniature envelope, and on the back it has a little slit in it. You just pinch it and Like you fold it in half and then the ingredients go into your mouth or into a drink.
Got it. So it's like,
Yeah.
okay. Awesome. So why do people get that?
Because it helps. So it helps with several, there's 4 different snaps.
What's the core reason people buy it? Like, why would you get it and snap it in your mouth? Like, what's the main thing behind it? Is it energy?
There's 4 different kinds. So one is for energy, one is for weight loss, one is for sleep and weight loss, and one is for youth.
Okay, perfect. So if that's the core offer, the shiny object within the suite of things that you offer, then focus on that one. And what you want to do is you would want to create a funnel. And this funnel, it's like, why would people opt in? Well, what are they trying to do? Let's say that you would, let's just look at this real quick. Okay. So let's go here and let's say, let's get out the little typer deal here. So you said one of them is for energy. One of them is for weight loss.
Sleep and energy and weight loss. Yep.
Okay. One of them is for sleep. And what was the other one?
Youth.
Youth. Okay.
Like,
So,
yeah, it's a collagen thing.
okay. So we could play around with this in a multiple of ways, but if we want to keep things simple, which I'm usually down for that one, out of these 4, which one do you like talking about the most?
The energy.
I put weightless. Okay. So perfect. So the one you like to talk about, because if they discover one, they'll discover the rest.
Right.
Okay. So to make it easy, we're going to focus on the energy one.
Okay.
Okay. So let's think about what are when you don't have energy yourself, what are the 3 like core problems that you run into?
Laziness.
Okay. Yep. That's what I was thinking. What else?
No motivation.
Kind of the same thing, but we can work it differently.
Yeah. Gaining weight.
Yep. Yeah, because you don't go do shit. Okay.
Right.
So now we've got this going on. And so imagine we create and we could do this too. We could use Chat GPT for something like this. This is how you use that Chat GPT. But let's just keep it easy. Let's say this how much are those? Is there any kind of, we can't do discounts and stuff probably because we don't control the product at this point, right? So let's say let's do
Well, there are promotions once in a while.
yeah, we just need something that's always though. You know what I mean? Because we don't want to have to depend on a random promotion here and there. So what we could do is we could be like destroy laziness. Laziness. Let's see. No, let's do this. Let's go. How a single snap. Actually, people. Let's see here. What would we want to know? Okay. 3 ways I figured out how to destroy laziness. Well, you son of a weight gain. I still can't spell it right. Weight gain. And let's see. And having a lack of motivation. Okay. Which this is just where we start. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like this could be like a headline, and you just got to start with something. And then what you do is we create some bullet points. Okay. So one, we could be like, what lazy people are using that snaps them out of laying on the couch or just playing around. You just got to have fun and play.
Yeah.
And then let's move this over here. And let's do second bullet point would be like, most motivation is lost due to these 3 nutrients. Because you said there was like nutrients in it and shit like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nootropic.
Nootropics.
Yes.
Okay. And then yeah, we could, we're just getting kind of an idea here. And then weight gain usually happens when you're not excited about working out.
Yeah.
How we fix this.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you've got, this is like your headline up here. This is like your 3 bullet points. And then they could opt in to watch a video about how this snap thing actually solves all of these problems. So anybody that is lazy, unmotivated, and worried about weight gain, they would be the only types of people that would opt in for something like this. And this is just where you start, because what I would do then is I would take stuff like this, and I'll show you what I do. Let me just grab this headline, for instance. Is this helping?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, what the hell? Here we go. Let me copy this. I'm going to stop share. If you guys have any questions, there's the comment box, or you're more than welcome to just pipe up. Let me get this pulled up here. Okay. Share my screen. Okay. So this is that headline that we had. And I've got this tool called WordTune. Okay. And when I use this little thing, it starts tweaking everything. The 3 ways I overcame laziness, weight gain, and lack of motivation. I found 3 ways to beat laziness, weight gain, and lack of motivation. We could see it in a casual tone or a business tone. I discovered 3 ways to overcome laziness, weight gain, and lack of motivation. Laziness, weight gain, and inability to motivate. 3 ways I found to overcome them. So it just it retunes the words around, right? So I use this. The 3 ways I overcame laziness, weight gain. Okay. So let's say we use this one. All right. And then what we can do is, let me grab the other stuff.
What is that you're using?
It's called WordTune.
WordTune. Okay.
Yeah. So let me, I'm going
to find that on Google.
Yeah, just Google WordTune and you'll find it.
Okay.
I'm going to screenshot this and bring this up. We'll get the rest on here. So you see how it's like you kind of just start with something. That's, you've always heard that's people's biggest problem is they don't know, they just don't start. It goes all the way down to the little things like this. Okay. So I'm going to paste this. I didn't get the last one, but let's get the let's see. Anybody else have any questions while I'm fiddle farting with this thing? There we go. So in Build Lab, this is what we do all the time. Like we get on calls and I just help you get it, right? It's like, there's no, will it happen? Like we keep working it until we figured out what actually makes it work, right? So yeah, that's where a program like that actually helps you. Okay. People don't realize the value of having help like this. You know what I mean? I think
exactly.
Yeah, because look how far you've made it just in this little free call. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see here. And then what you've got to do basically is, I'm just getting the rest of these. What you've got to do is, you've got to get a funnel, and then you get on to like TikTok and stuff, and you just talk about this one thing. You don't need to, like, people try to do all these different directions and everybody's confused and they don't even know like what you offer or why you offer it or whatever. Okay. And it's really the problem. And if you can get people to buy one thing, you can obviously get them to start buying the other things, but you gotta focus in. So like, see, I can go to this here and I can rework. It says, how do lazy people avoid lying on the couch by using this snap? There you go. That's kind of curiosity. Like what's this snap? You see? Because we got to get them to opt in. Here's this. Let's go here. 3 nutrients are responsible for most motivation loss. It is these 3 nutrients that cause, or it's that we could put this. Let's see. Most motivation is lost to a lack of a lack of this one nootropic. I could spell. And you'd obviously want to find something that's like for real. Like I don't have any idea what, but it could be, there's probably some science behind the one nootropic that's in it.
Yes. I don't know what it is yet, but
yeah.
I'll figure it out.
That's something you figure out. One of the most important nootropics is lacking in motivation. When this nootropic is absent, motivation is lost. There is a nootropic that is responsible for most motivation. Okay, so let's see. A lack of this one nootropic leads to a loss of motivation. One of the biggest reasons motivation is lost is due to a lack of this one nootropic. See how that's like, I'm just going to click that one. You'd want to like take it a little further, but do you see how this is like, is lost? Let's see. Is lost due to, here, let's go again. I like to work it over a couple times. Motivation, a lack of motivation is caused by this one. It is believed that motivation is lost because of lack. Okay, let's see. A lack of this nootropic is one of the biggest reasons for motivation lost. In a nutshell, let's see. A lack of this one nootropic is one of the biggest reasons motivation is lost when we lack this one nootropic. One of the biggest reasons motivation is lost. Okay. Motivation, let's try this. Motivation is increased much easier with this one nootropic. Let's just see what this does. With this nootropic, motivation increases much more easily. With this one nootropic, motivation is much easier to increase. Yeah, there we go. See how they're like, what is that?
Yeah.
Like you have to, people are like bombarded with crap all the time.
Exactly.
Yeah, dismiss. Weight gain usually happens when you're not excited about working out. How do we fix this? So let's see what this has to say. If you don't enjoy working out, you'll gain weight. What can we do about it? So exercise usually causes weight gain. No. We gain weight when we aren't excited about working out. How do we solve this? In general, weight gain is caused by not being excited about working out. What can you do about this? You know, it's something like, how can we fix the problem of gaining weight when we don't enjoy working out? Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one, huh?
Yeah.
So you see what we've got here? So this, like, if you look at this now,
Mm-hmm.
okay, what you would do then is you would want to, you could create a video, unless they have one about it already.
Mm-hmm.
But like if you go to my site, look, automated customer machine training. Oops, wrong one. That's the next page. Okay. Look, new on-demand training unveils how to build a list and sell stuff to it. Pretty complicated, right? It's like straight to your face. Like I'm just like telling you, no waiting required. This class is available instantly. This page right here converts like crazy. And I just put in here what you'll learn, how to attract new targeted prospects, how to convert prospects into customers. I just went super simple, super basic, and this thing converts like crazy. Daily workflow and why it works. Creating consistent profits quickly. 3 ways to increase profit by doing less. Key metrics that matter and relieve stress. And then I've got a picture of what you might get on the next page, which is what you get. And then when they go to the next page, I just have a video up here of the training. And then I talk about those things in here. And then down here, I show like what you all get in my program. And then I walk through each of the modules, what we talk about, what you get. And then down here, you can sign up.
Okay. So how much is your program?
Yeah, so it's $999.
All right.
Okay. So, but it's going up.
Okay.
Yeah. But the thing that I want to the thing that I'm trying to tell you is for them to get from the first page. See, they'll come to this page when they go to my website. Notice my website has no distraction. There's nothing up here. There's nothing on here. Even the only thing you can do is email me, look at my privacy policy, which, you know, what's exciting about that? You can log into the program if you're already a member. You can, if you click sign up for Build Lab, it just pops this box open so I can get your name and email and get you on my email list. Because the truth is, most of the people that, you know, or if they try to watch this video, it'll pop open this thing here. Or if they go to watch the free training, they have to give me their name and email. Because I know what most people do is they'll try to link straight to the page that people buy from, and they don't collect a lead. Well, remember what I told you, only 2% of people that will go to this page are going to buy right away. It's actually sometimes even less. So you can't grow a business off 1% conversion rate unless you're sending 50 million people here a day. You know what I mean? But most people aren't getting that many people to their website every day. So we have to be realistic here. And so we know that it's going to take follow-up, consistent follow-up to do this. So I've got to get a lead first. Okay. And then, you know, of course they could go to my YouTube, which is just going to educate them some more. But if they go to my YouTube, they get over here and they're either going to a link. So if they click on, let's say, this video and they start watching it, which again, this video is just stuff that they want to know. And I'm giving them most of it here, but the stuff that they need, they're going to have to buy. But if they go down in my description here, look, they click on this, guess where they end up? Back over here. If they go to my YouTube again and they start learning stuff, and let's say they go up into my how to sell anything online, they click on that, guess where they go? Right here. So no matter what, if they want, and people come, they're like, I want to buy your product. I'm like, yeah, you got to come here and opt in, and then you can buy it, because I don't want people that have not watched that video to buy my stuff, because then it's just a headache later. But what I'm trying to get at is to get over here to watch this automated customer machine training thing, you've got to opt in. So I have a lead, and then I'm following up with you using automation until you buy.
Okay.
Makes sense? So
Exactly.
yeah, so you've got, but that's how I generate leads.
Okay.
And see, when I generate leads like this, who do they see before they opt in?
You.
Me. Guess who they see on the next page? Me. So when I
Yeah,
call them
no,
or I
right.
get a hold of them, they're like, oh yeah, I remember you.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. They've got to know you. They've got to get to know you before, they're like, is this really a person or, a bot?
Or this, and then this other person that you're getting your leads from, hell, they might be, who God only knows, right? Who
Yeah, I
knows how
know.
they're generating those leads? They could be like, here, free 10% off your next set of tires, opt in. And you have no idea. People do the craziest shit to generate leads. And I'm telling you, if you don't know where them leads are being generated from and you don't know how the source of it, you're just going to be pissed off every day going, why is this shit not working?
Yeah. Well, I know it works, and I know that it's a people game, not a number game, really. The person, I totally trust the person that I'm working under, who has started the company.
Mm-hmm.
Started from the ground up. He still does everything we do. He's not just like a CEO who sits back and collects money. He does everything we do right alongside of us. He's building teams, he's selling products still, even though he doesn't need to, but he is not going to ask us to do anything he wouldn't do. And I've met him in person, face to face. He's very trustworthy. And I totally trust him and his wife. They build it from the ground up. He wants to help 1 million families overcome a cash flow problem. We're not broke people. We just need to we're overcoming a cash flow problem. So it's all positive.
Yeah, that's great, but we got to get your lead. None of that shit will put money in the bank.
Right.
I'm not here to pussyfoot around with you. Like I've got people in our program that make 20 million plus per month.
Yeah.
I've heard all the stuff, and at the end of the day, everything you said is great, and I'm glad, and it's a great thing, but none of that shit's paying your bills. And none of that stuff is going to convert those leads. And so if you really want to convert leads and you really want to have cash flow, we got to figure out how to get you in front of the people that want to buy these snaps, wine, or whatever the last one was. And so in order to do that, because I'm serious, you can set in delusion land on this. I've seen it happen. Like you can be over there just dependent on this thing and too afraid to set up your own funnel and create your own leads, but you're just going to waste the thing that you can't get more of. And so we've got to make sure that we're taking this into a perspective. I love everybody, and almost everybody means well, but you still need to figure out this process of generating your own leads, because if you don't, you're just always it's just gonna be more of a struggle than it ever needs to be. And so how much are your leads?
I don't have to pay for them.
Nothing's free.
I pay for my website, and he pays for all the leads, and he pays for all our marketing.
How much is your website?
$28 every 3 months.
Do you really is there people who
Yeah, there's people who make serious money. They have like over 100 customers in their wine, and some of them are leads and some of them are personal leads,
Yeah, like MLM-ish type stuff.
Well, kind of, but not, I mean,
I get what it's like referral
Yeah.
stuff. I get it.
yeah. So they either from a lead from like, because we get students and we teach them everything we know about the program to get them their website up and going and get them Google AdSense and get them, you know, everything they need to be able to be profitable. And we're doing the same thing right along with them. I'm still building my website. We're always building our website. You know, it's not something you just build the website and let it sit. You have to constantly change things because everything changes.
Yeah, I don't agree with that. I haven't changed my website. Like before this, like this website converts. You don't have to, I don't have to, I'm just being honest with you, okay? Like I do really good with this stuff, okay? Like I don't, necessarily need to be doing this. Like I'm pretty good, okay? Like in
Okay.
terms of like I do this because I love this shit and it makes money, so I keep doing it, right? But this
Right.
page right here, I haven't changed it for a while, and like I don't need to.
Yeah, I understand that part, but I mean like we have a website that has our product pages on it.
I get the
And
products change, and
yeah,
I understand all that, but
that's what we have to change. But our introduction page and our thank you page and disclosures, all that, none of that changes.
sure,
But as our story changes, our introductory page will change. And as our products change, our product pages change. But
yeah. So that's fine. You know, if you constantly have changes going on with products and things like that, and as your story evolves, you have to evolve the story. I get that. But getting customers to there's no avoiding the attraction, conversion, delivery process. And you should be generating like I'm it's so when I was doing advertising a lot, it cost me a lot of money to get sales because leads aren't free. So
right.
however the leads are being generated, that you're working with, it's like here's the only thing that I'm trying to help you with. Do you want to make money sooner or later?
Sooner.
Right. Do you want to keep spinning your wheels and hoping?
No.
Okay. You wouldn't be here right now if you had cash flow
Right.
from this thing. So my question is, these products that you're promoting or whatever, if you're not deeply infatuated with them, like these are like things that have just changed your life or whatever. If you're doing this just truly and simply to make money, it's going to be really difficult for you
Right.
because you're just looking at the money part of it and how it could potentially become some kind of cash flow. And the leads aren't really people. They're just these things that we hope buy our stuff. And whether we want to romanticize that and pretend that it is, whatever story you want to go to sleep with at night is up to you. But at the end of the day, the truth is the truth. And I'm sure that those products, whether they, I'm sure unless you got some like deep rooted story behind using them and how they changed your life, you're probably just involved with an opportunity, which is completely fine. I've been involved with several. And even if I did like the products and I was like really into them, at the end of the day, I was trying to make some effing money so I could pay my effing bills and have a better life than I do without money.
Right.
And so what I had to do is finally face the music and decide, okay, is this something I really like? Do I want to do the online business, online marketing thing to make money? Is that how I want to do it? Do I really like that whole idea and concept? Okay, if it is, you need to get behind something that you really, really, truly can get behind, and you need to generate your own leads. And it's not going to be something that you're just going to figure out tomorrow. But if you do figure out how to generate leads, then you can be unstoppable. I mean, I can sell anything as long as the solution is clear and the problem is clear. We can come up with a landing page. We can come up with a video that's going to sell that stuff. And
Right.
so this is what you've got to do. And I'm telling you, I've worked with all kinds of stuff. MLM, you name something.
Mhm.
This is for 15 years. I've been building pages like you're looking at right now and selling stuff for people at really crazy levels. So what we're doing is simply building a list and selling the list what they want. If you're not building that list, if we look at this thing over time, you're not going to make what you think you're making, and you're going to waste a bunch of time that you could. It's kind of like what Warren Buffett said. He goes, I went to school with a guy. We both graduated with, decent grades and everything like that. And he goes, this guy was so motivated, so power driven. He was just an amazing human being. He goes, frankly, he was probably better than I was, but he goes, he got into the steel industry. And although he created a modest, good living, like he was above average in his living, Warren Buffett became a multi-billionaire. And he goes, it wasn't because I was outworking him or that I worked harder than him or that I worked smarter than him or anything like that. He goes, I was just in a different boat than he was. And he goes, that's what's important. He goes, it's not how hard you row, it's what boat you're rowing in. So you might be doing all the right stuff. You might be working hard. You might be focused and ambitious and driven, and all those things are there, and you need those things, and thank God you have them. But at the end of the day, if you're in the wrong boat, I don't care how hard you row, it may not work out. And so
Right.
what I would say is you can either sell your own product or someone else's. But if you're going to sell something, I'm going to go to bet. How much are these snaps?
$70 for 25 snaps.
Okay. So how much do you make if you sell one of those things?
I think it's like $20.
Okay. So we'll say 25%. You get 25% or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then if they reorder the dream of, passive income or whatever, right? So the same work that you have to do to sell those snaps and make $25 would be the same work that, and I don't do this, but we'll use my product as an example. If you sold one of my products and I gave you 50%, which is typically what I do, you would make $500.
Mm-hmm.
And you'd be doing the same amount of work as you'd be doing trying to sell the $75 thing as you would the $1,000 thing. It's exact same work. Only one pays you $500. The other one pays you $25. That's what I mean by being in the wrong boat. You're rowing the same, but one gives you 500, the other one gives you 25.
Right.
So if I were doing affiliate marketing, I would be looking for really high ticket items that when you sell one or two of them a month, you make more than you would ever make at your typical job. And so to typically do that, you need to go find high ticket items. I knew a guy, he lost a lot of weight doing drinks and smoothies, and he started selling these Vitamix blenders that are $500 a piece, and he'd make $250 for every one of them that he sold. What did he do for marketing? He had a list that you could opt in for to get all his favorite juice recipes that he used to lose weight. Okay. He was infatuated with the product because the product changed his life, actually.
Mm-hmm.
And then he would go on to YouTube and he would just do all these blender recipes. And he's like, hey guys, if you want to use this exact blender, you can get it by using my link down in the description. And that was his affiliate link. And he'd make $250 a sale. He'd make 5 to 10 sales a day. That's pretty good. Right. So that's something that would be, making you, 10 times more than what you're making now. It'd be the same work. So I encourage you to either my biggest quest for you is figure out how to generate your own leads, whether it's getting in my course or buying another course on how to generate leads using funnels, or figure out how to find a larger ticket item to sell. Okay. So you can sell, most of the time, if you sell like big coaching programs or just things that are more expensive that have affiliate programs, and you can literally, like if you go to the internet here, if you go on here and you're like, best high ticket affiliate programs. Here's the best 16 high ticket affiliate programs to promote on Shopify. So let's just, I'm just clicking the first thing we've seen here. Okay, we come down here and it says the average pay for high ticket marketers, affiliate marketers, is $6,500 per month. Okay.
Okay.
So if you, let's say that you were, look, this is Bob's watches. Okay. These are pre-owned Rolex watches, 5% commission capped at $1,000 per transaction. Okay. You get paid every 14 days. You could just be promoting Bob's watches page here all the time. Now that may not be your wiggle. So let's go back up here. This is just obviously the first result that came back as well. But let's say that, like, for instance, when I used ClickFunnels, I would promote ClickFunnels. Well, I get paid from ClickFunnels all the time right now, but that's not really a super high ticket thing. But let's say like, let's see what's this member mouse thing? Okay, that's WordPress stuff. What are you really into? Like, all bullshit aside, like, what if you had $1 billion cash, perfect health, your family was in perfect health, and you had everything that you ever wanted already, what would you do with the rest of your life so that you would not get bored if you had $1 billion cash? How would you change the world?
How would I change the world? I'd rescue animals.
Okay. Perfect. High ticket affiliate marketing for animal lovers. Acceleration, impact. Let's get started. Number 1 affiliate partner. Grow with us. Ollie. Okay, here we go. 46 pet affiliate programs. 10 best affiliate programs with high payouts. You see how we got here? How fast we got here? Let's see. This is ESA Pet. What is this? $50 per conversion. Not too exciting for me. Average order 90. That doesn't tell me much. Let's see. Commission rate 15 a month. Let's see. Now, one thing you could do is you could have a bunch of these, but who the hell wants to do a bunch of shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd rather have one thing that just kicks ass and takes names. And that's, let's see, average order value, 10% is nothing. You see how these are nothing? Commission rate, $60 a pop, 5 to 10. So what about this? Animal. Some of these animal training programs, like this environment, like this here, marine biology degree, Let's see, Animal Behavior Institute, become an animal trainer. Let's see, animal training programs with affiliate programs. Let's see what happens here. Canine training. Some of these canine training programs are $5,000-$6,000. If you sold one of those a month, you might make $1,000 per sale or something. Best dog training affiliate programs. Yeah, let's see what we got here. 9% earnings per click, $4. So they're putting this in earnings per click. So you'd be driving clicks to a page, which is whatever. But some of these are pretty weak. Yeah, these are all pretty light. But see, at least in the dog, or not dog, but like at least in the training affiliate program. Let's look at this. Oh, here we go. This might be a little better. So, okay, so 35 to 50%. Let's see. $297. So, okay, so here we go. You can earn a lot more money from a single sale, up to $148 per sale. That's a little better. And here you're talking about something that maybe you would have more affinity to. You'd be more, it'd be something that would turn you on more than the other. So you'd have a whole different way of like going about, generating the traffic and talking about it. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, does this start to trip your trigger a little bit more?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, our wine opportunity, there's 5 ways to get paid.
Uh-huh.
So, a customer, if you get 3 customers, then you get free wine every month. If you get, for every every, I guess it would be an affiliate, for every person that you get to sign up and sell the wine opportunity, you get 50%
Uh-huh.
of what you sold. So if you get them in as an estate member, you get 50% of 300. But if you get them into,
Are you passionate about talking about wine?
I don't like wine.
Okay, well, see, that doesn't make any sense then, and you're not going to be able to do the work that it takes to actually get that done.
Right. And that's why I opted out of it.
Yeah. And you're telling me about it because you see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We just got to clear your thinking up. It's like,
Yeah.
what you've got to do is you've got to find something that gets you jazzed. You got to find something that gets you pumped up. Otherwise, because it takes too much consistency and it takes too much consistent focus and effort. And there's going to be shitty days. There's going to be great days. There's going to be days you just whatever. But as long as it's in something that you absolutely are passionate about and you care about, you'll get through those ups and downs and you'll just do a better job. You'll have more passion behind what you're doing. And people can tell if you give a shit or not. Like, do I give a shit about what I'm doing?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can totally tell you do.
Yeah, because I love this stuff. I'm passionate about it. I'm into it. So you've got to find that thing. And if it's animals, you'd be better off promoting something about animals, even if it paid you the same as what your other thing's paying you now, because you can get on each day, go live, talk to animal people, and you can help them get their answers. Because at the end of the day, the only way to make money is by solving people's problems. So the thing that you've got to do is you've got to ask yourself, who do I want to hang out with every day? Right? Who do I want to hang out with? Everybody's got problems all the time, every day. It's what we do. We just solve problems and then we die. So at the end of the day, it's like all we need to do is we got to figure out who do we want to hang out with every day and then figure out what problems they have that you can solve. If you love animal people, then hang out with animal people every day and help them solve their problems. Okay. Otherwise, you're going to flounder around with these different opportunities that you don't believe in, and you're just going to continue to get yourself upset and think that it's you that's the problem. You're just rowing in the wrong opportunity. I would really find something that you literally, when I get up in the morning, I can't jump into my office and get doing shit fast enough. Like, I love this shit. I just got off of a 2-hour live. I'm on here for another hour and I've lost no energy and I'm not doing drugs. So it's just, I'm into this stuff, right? Like, I like doing what I'm doing. So when you find that thing, you'll have all the answers start emerging. All the stuff starts coming out of you and you'll do really great with it. But I just hate when I see people, the only thing they're focused on is how do I get some money so I can, blah. And it's like, it just doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
The way it works is, Danielle is jacked up about helping people with their animals. We can tell that about her. So when we hear her, we listen to her, and she's got some great products that can help us with our pets. I want to sign up on a monthly whatever, and boom, boom, boom. And then you get to help people or save animals, whatever you want to do. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
So I would really take inventory on the things that you actually want to do and talk about, because you've got nothing to lose right now. You told me your website is $28 every 3 months. Well, shit, I spent more than that at the gas station this morning, right? And so did you probably. Yeah. So we're not worried about that. You got nothing to lose there. It's not like you got some heavy stream of income coming in right now that we just, I don't know, should we mess it up or not? Okay. Oh, cool. I seen what you did there, Ravi. That's awesome. So the thing is I would take the rest of the evening if you can, or whatever time you can. And I would here's what I always tell people to do. Write down the longest list that you can make of all the shit that you like. You should come up with at least 20 things or so. Okay. You're old enough to like at least 20 things.
Right.
Out of those 20 things, circle the top 5 things that really get you more excited about the other 15 things that are on the list. And then for now, just put a star beside the one thing out of those top 5 things that you would have to choose if you had to only choose one. Do that and start there. And you're not married to anything that you do. I could stop what I'm doing right now and start selling tractor rims to farmers, and I could start over and probably get my income back up to what it is now if I wanted to. Things can cultivate pretty quickly. So don't think that it's like this timing, or it's whatever. It's figure out that thing that you want to go all in on, that you actually care about, that you would sell to your mother, father, or best friend and feel good about it.
Yeah.
And when you can do that, I think you're going to like unlock a lot of stuff. And once you get good at doing it, once you get good at selling somebody else's product, you'll be able to sell your own product because it's the same damn thing.
Yeah. So I already have the experience of the phone calls and the emails and the text messages and all that stuff. So I've got a lot of a year of experience underneath me doing this program. And so the next one would be just that much easier.
Yeah.
True.
100%.
Okay.
So
thank you for your help.
Yeah. I just hope I helped you. I hope I didn't beat you up too bad. I'm not here. I love you, and I'm not here to be your friend. I'm here to help you make some gosh damn money and have a good time doing it. Okay.
Right.
So I care about that the most. I'd rather you be like, Mike was a freaking asshole, but a month later you're making money and you can come back and be like, it was worth a black eye. But I don't want to mislead you, and I don't want to send you down a road where you're just piddle farting around and making little tinky commissions. Like, go sell something that's expensive, because even if you only sold one a month, you'd make more than if you sold 100 of those other little things.
Right.
And it's the same. Please don't forget this. It's the same amount of energy to sell a $25 thing as it is to sell a $25,000 thing.
Yeah.
So you might as well get the commission on a $25K versus a $25.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Right. You betcha. All right. Does anybody else have any questions?
Hey, Mike, I just want to say thank you for that, because last night I was working on the ebook that I told you about that I wanted to sell for $8, right?
Yeah.
And this just opened up my mind a lot more, because I don't want to be selling something for $8. I rather $1,000 or $1,800 rather than $8, because it's the same energy as you're saying. Last night I could have
100%.
been working on that funnel for something for $1,800, but who knows? I'm gonna scrap it and put it for the $1,800 product.
Here's what you want to do when you come to pricing things, okay? A lot of people price things because they're looking at what everybody else is selling it as. It doesn't matter what anybody else is selling it for. The only thing that matters is, can you justify the price? And what I mean by that is the stuff that you're going to be teaching somebody, the stuff that you're going to sell them, which is how to generate customers for their business. Okay. If you're doing that, let's say that you're like, for instance, when I sold martial arts business owners, I used to teach them how to get more students for their martial arts schools. I always would ask them, before I even disclosed the price, which at the time I was selling it for $5,800 for my program, which is what Build Lab's going to be going to here in the next 7 days. So the thing is I used to sell that to them, and before I even said the price, I'd always ask them, hey, when you get a new student, how long do they stay with you? And they go, oh, they stay about 12 to 18 months on average. Some stay for a lifetime. I said, okay, but the average, he said 12 to 18 months. I said, okay. I said, how much is a student worth to you every month? What do they pay per month? And for easy math here, let's just say they paid $100 a month for martial arts lessons. Okay. So then that means the average customer for them is worth $1,200 to $1,800. Are you tracking? Do you follow me?
Following.
So, yeah. So if I said, hey, you know, by the time we get to the end of the conversation, they go, well, how much is it? How much is this thing? I said, well, it's normally $9,800, but if you get started on the phone call right now, I'll take $4,000 off and I'll sell it to you for $5,800 one time. And they'd go, and I'd say, well, you know, if I got, do you think in a 1 year's time, we'd get you at least 5 students? He's like, well, yeah, I mean, sure. I said, okay, well, 5 times what you told me, that means that if we got you 5 students, you'd get all your money back that you gave me. And now you would know how to do this for the rest of your life and get 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 students. So if I went to the bank and gave them $5,800 and they gave me back $100,000, how many times would I do that transaction? I'd do that every goddamn week. So the point is, you've got to justify the value for people. I honestly would encourage you to sell your product for either $3,000 to $6,000. That's a great rate. It's going to encourage you to be excited about actually selling something. And when you get more money per customer, you can do a better job with the customer because you're not worried about, you know, getting that next customer. You're worried about satisfying that customer, and you made enough money to be able to spend the time to actually satisfy them. And people get what they pay for, and people know that you get what you pay for, right? I mean, I would really encourage you to sell it for more, and you'd have less customers, but you would make more, which means you'd have more time to service your customers. And, you know, you're going to get a completely different type of clientele. When I would get people that would get into my program for $500 versus people that would get in for $5,000 or $6,000, I would have to spend a third of the time with them. They were way more fun to work with because of their mentality, and we got them better results. So but sometimes we're like, well, I'm brand new, I can't charge that much. Can you get them at least one customer?
Okay, here's the thing. I'm doing this already, and my price right now, currently, to do what I say I'm doing is $3,500.
Perfect.
Right?
I wouldn't go below that.
$3,500. So I wouldn't change. I was actually thinking to lower it to get more people in the beginning. Don't lower it.
No,
keep it at $3,500.
No, because let's say you lowered it to 1,000 or 1,500 or something like that. You would have to get 2 customers to make up for just 1 customer, and then your time gets split between 2 people instead of 1 person.
Correct.
So you'd rather have 10 customers and make $35,000 and split your time up or split your attention 10 different ways versus getting 35 customers at 1,000, and now you're all over. You're deraveled even more. Does that make sense?
Man, I'm so grateful I came on this call here because I was going to restructure what I was already doing, because I'm already doing this, what you're advising me to do. You do the $3,500. I have 1 client right now that I'm working with to do exactly what I'm doing right now, but I'm refining myself to do it better, right? That is why I'm here right now with you.
Get that 1 customer, outstanding results, such great results that they want to literally scream at the rooftops, Ravi's the guy, he's so good at this, he helped me get this result. Take that 1 testimonial, use that in your marketing, and then go out there and say, guys, I'm looking for 3 more people like this guy here that I helped. It's $3,500. Tell them it's normally $7,000, but if you get in today, I'll give you a $3,500 discount. And the reason you do that is because for some odd reason, people need a swift kick in the ass to do something most of the time, and they need a reason why to do it now. And that's why I tell them, I go, you know, people that start with me right away and pull the trigger right away are typically people that we get better results for. They're more action oriented. And for that very reason, I have incentive-based pricing where if you get started with me on the call today, I'll actually knock $3,500 off. And instead of it being $7,000, it's just $3,500.
That's what I did for my 1 client that I have right now. I told her that this is the price, and if you take it today, you'll get it to $3,500. I'll give you exceeding value for the $3,500.
100%.
And she said she was going to pay within 3 days.
Yep.
So thank you.
And tell them, listen, I only work with this many people per month, and be honest about that, because you really only can work with so many people per month. So figure out what that number is. Now you have a quantity restriction. So you've got to have scarcity. You've got to have this, thing where it's like, get in now or you're going to lose your chances. So the money scarcity is, if you get started on this call right now, I'll take $3,500 off. Okay, there's that. Then I only work with 15 or 20 people per month, which is true. So tell them that and say, I don't want you to miss out on a spot. And then the other thing is it's already built in with the time. Like, you got to do it on this call. When you have time, quantity, and money as a scarcity, those three together, that's when people take action. And it's not for everybody. You're not trying to convince anybody to do this. You're looking for the person that wants to do it and you were there for them. Otherwise, you'll have to convince them to do everything else. If you got to convince them to get started, you're going to have to convince them to do everything. So, and listen, I don't ever follow up with people personally after I talk with them and they say yay or nay. If they say yay, I don't have to follow up because they got started. If they don't get started, I just say, okay, and that's it. And then I let my email follow-ups just continue to drip on them till they go, you know what? This son of a gun keeps showing up. He keeps doing the right things. I think I'm going to go do it. And then they make the choice. You don't ever want to chase. So,
and those emails are happening automatically. You're not even sending it out.
So what I do is I have, that initial email series that when somebody gets into my funnel, there's an initial 10 emails that goes out in 7 days. And I'm pretty much just pushing them to get off the fence and get started. If they don't get started in those 10 emails, then they just don't have enough education. They don't understand the value of what I'm offering yet. And they're just not ready or whatever the case is. And that's fine. But every day I create a video that I stick out on either YouTube or somewhere on the internet, and I email that to my list, and it's just valuable tidbits and pieces, and they just keep getting value from me. It's like every day, if you showed up to somebody that you didn't know, a complete stranger, and you handed them $100, if you did that every single day, you could go up to them later and be like, hey man, could I borrow, $1,000? And they give you 2,000, so it's like what you're doing is I'm just like every day, anybody that, trusted in me enough to get on my email list, I'm just going to give to them every day as much value as I possibly can. And then they just start flowing in. It's crazy. You don't even have to ask.
You're giving it all away.
Yeah. You just, it's reciprocity, man. Think about how you feel right now. You've never given me any money, but all I've done is try to give you as much value as possible. Think about how you feel on the other side of this right now.
I know how I feel. I feel like there's no.
You just want to help.
I just want to receive what I can receive, and the moment I get that snap, I'm here with you because I want the support. I told myself on the TikTok live that today I'm getting $2,000 today. I'm getting $2,000 today just to buy that course. And coming on this support right here right now, this is showing me why, and I'm feeling why I want to be here a lot more.
So just emulate what I'm doing, because all I'm having to do right now is help you.
Help.
I know for most people, it's an astonishing reality that if you help people and you overly provide value to them, they will decide, they'll be able to say, okay, this is the person I want to be with. That's why I do this free call, because I know if people hang out with me and I help them and I actually get them across, even if it's just one little step, that starts to compound over time. And if you keep showing up, or in other words, if you keep watering the tree, it'll keep growing more and more branches, and every branch can hold an apple, and every apple doesn't just give you back one tree. It's got 5 trees in it. So it's like pretty soon you got 50,000 apples with 5 trees in it, and those trees are dollars. But it's also just me helping people. And if you can hang in there long enough to get the tree to bear fruit, you'll have an orchard after the first tree. And so the whole thing is like give, provide value, and to a point where they go, I mean, this guy knows what he's doing. And then you don't have to ask. They'll want to come back, and that reciprocity is set up, and people just feel like they need to come back and give back to you because you just innocently gave without any, like, I don't care if you buy my program or not.
And that's how I feel about you. I just want to come back and give because I'm receiving so much from your YouTube videos, from TikTok, and just from even being here right now.
That's the ticket, and that's what you need to do with your marketing. Just educate and help your marketplace. The rest will take care of itself, as long as you make it very clear how they can come do business with you. If they don't know how to do business with you, and it's a complicated path to get there, I mean, let's not make this like a gladiator gauntlet course to come buy something, right? We just want it to be a simple, go here, put your card in, and you get it, get into the program, and you just get 10 times more help and more convenient. That's all this is. So no matter what you're selling, it doesn't matter if you're selling, tractor parts or fish or boomerangs or self-help. It doesn't matter what it is. It just needs to do the thing that you said it would do. And that's, as long as it does that and you show up each day, man, things will open up for you. It gets really neat after that.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
And just give away those things that you're afraid to give away. That's it's kind of like, that's the secret to this. Like when I do these different trainings on the board and stuff, I'm like, Jesus, this is pretty much, I mean, this is a lot of what I teach in my program. It's pretty tight. And that's when I know that's the right thing to teach people, because think about it like this. If every time you turned on the radio and Bob was on there and his song sucked, you wouldn't want to listen to Bob much longer. But if every time you turned it on and Bob got on and he was singing the best song you ever heard, you'd be like, where is this son of a bitch's CD at? Like, this guy's great. Like, I want this guy's, I want to listen to him. So the key is, every time somebody bumps into you or every time somebody finds something of yours, they need to be going, man, this shit is good. Like, I like this stuff. And all you have to do is just give it away, and they'll want to be with you. It's amazing.
I have one question, Mike. When it comes, so right now I'm at less than 200 followers on TikTok, right? Generating traffic. So what do you this is why I wanted to lower my price point. Why I wanted to lower my price point was to build up that audience a bit quicker, right? What do you have to help me with that? Like, to build up my audience in other ways, because I have to generate traffic to direct it toward the leads. I can make the funnel, right? I can replicate your entire system, and I can model it, right? But what do you have to recommend me to start getting that traffic and building up that traffic for myself, for my profile?
Okay, so the only reason people are going to follow your page is because by following your page, they benefit. So, in other words, if you put out 30-second or 1-minute TikToks, and every single one of those things, somebody can watch and go, I'm going to do that tomorrow. Or, oh, perfect. That's how you do it. So every one of my TikToks that I do, I want somebody to watch and go, oh shit, that's how that works. Okay, great. And you do that in your lane. So, hey guys, here's how I find keywords. Hey guys, here's how I create a landing page. Hey guys, here's how I send an email. Hey guys, here's how, that's it. And people are going, Jesus, this is great. And they just automatically follow. It's like that reciprocity thing at like a more micro level. Does that make sense?
So it's exactly what you were saying. You're giving, but when you're giving on TikTok, you're basically, I'm asking myself, how does this benefit my client? And just give.
Yeah. So the process that I do, and I'll show you here. Pull this up here. Okay.
I've actually been starting to do that, just giving on TikTok, just talking about problem solving, just talking about
just
a
remember,
lot more.
a business is designed to make money. Okay. So, all you're doing constantly. All right. Okay. Oh, shoot. All right, here we go. So this is what I go over with people. I'm like, all right, what is it that, what is it? This is all your content. So this is the gap that we get people across, right? So their current situation, they don't know how to get customers using the internet. Their desired situation, they have this automated inbound customer generation machine, bringing in leads, bringing in customers all night long, all day long, every day while they're doing stuff. There are, in my program, there's just 6 core steps, but if you want to learn how to create a digital product, there's another step. But let's just focus on this. All the content that I create, I just pick one of these steps, and each one of these 6 steps here all have about 3 sub-steps to them. So if you get sub-step 1, 2, and 3 completed here in week 1, then you'll have week 1 completed. And if you complete all these weeks, you'll get from, the red to the green. Okay. So this is my solution, let's say. So then therefore, my solution is my content. My solution is my emails. All you want to do is just come in here and let's say you pick out this step, and that's today's email video. And then you're going to chop that up, and that'll be your TikToks or your short form stuff. So your solution, your offer is your content. What you do to solve somebody's problem is your content, because all you're doing is solving people's problems. So everything that you do to solve people's problems, all the steps, all the little pieces and parts in between there, that is your content. And so it gets to be actually quite simple. All you're doing then is you take, see all this stuff on the page here, all of this stuff, all of these things right here, I could pick any of these things and that could be my content. I could talk about hooks. And I've talked about all this stuff. I talk about everything that I do. I could talk about the email automations. I could talk about all of this stuff. And that becomes the content, because all of this stuff is what we do to solve problems. Matter of fact, on my email or on my YouTube, this was one of the videos I did. Okay. So I had a guy get on and he was asking me about, how do I create a digital product business? So I just took a very, simple look at this. This isn't everything, but it's a little piece, right? It's like, if we can get people, let's say, if I can get you this far for free, you'll go the rest of the way with me. It's just going to cost you some money. Okay.
So get them to step 2. Give.
That's pretty much it. But you've got to realize every time you give, or like if you go, every one of my YouTube videos, they all have, let me see here. They all have a link in the description that goes to my funnel where I turn them into a lead. I got to get them into my world hanging out with me so I can give them more and give them more, to a point where they've got so much that it's just like reciprocity kicks in and they get started. And by that time, most of the time, all they really are wanting from me is just to hang out with me at a closer level, right? Because I've given them so much already. It's really amazing. But then you're also refining your process and your products and your support. And that's why I tell everybody, you got to have those 3 things. You got to have the roadmap for them. They got to have the willpower to show up and do it. And then you've got to have the support there for them. The support is truly everything. Most of the stuff that I'm talking to you about right now, I'm reminding you of it slightly. You're opening up to some different perspectives. But the bigger thing that's happening right now is the support you're getting from me.
That's why I said that I know that I want to join Build Lab, not for the content that's in Build Lab, but for the support that you're providing here right now.
Yeah. Yeah. Just imagine, doing something like this, only it happens for 2 hours on Monday and 2 hours on Thursday, anytime throughout any time in the private group. And then as I'm refining and perfecting things and listening to things, I'm updating the course and program. So it's like you're always at the leading edge of what you need to know to make this all happen.
Mike, thank you. So
You're
my
welcome,
solution
man.
is my content. I got that. My solution is my content.
That's right. That's right.
Map out my solution, and I can go to that at any point in time for the content.
Like Gary Vee says all the time, you're not creating content, you're documenting how you solve people's problems.
You're documenting how you solve people's problems.
Yeah, just show me how you solve the problem. Show me how you help me get more customers. If you show me that, I'll go, oh, yeah, that makes sense.
I wasn't doing that for the past few months, as a matter of fact. Since I started this and I got 2 clients so far, I haven't been documenting it, how to solve people's problems. And I feel like I got those 2 clients with the grace of God, right? Because without doing this, those were just the 2%, in other words. I'm missing out on the 68% right now.
So, and here's the other thing. Think about, sometimes what I like to do is I like to just put things in a completely different light. So let's pretend you don't sell what you sell. Let's pretend that you sell, let's do this right here. This is fun. So this will help you immensely too. So let's pretend that you sell, let's pretend that you sell one of these. Okay. Something completely abstract from what you sell now. Okay. So if you were going to sell one of these garden tractors here, right? Lawnmower. Okay. What kind of content would you create to sell this thing? You wouldn't be creating content. You would just be showing videos of how this thing hauls flowers and mulch over by your garden, because that's the problem that it solves.
Showing them how it works, showing them the problem that it solves. In other words, what does this do for you?
Single lever control makes tractor easier than ever, easier than driving the family car. Okay, that's fine and dandy. I'm glad it's easy to drive so that my wife can drive it or whatever. But more importantly, let's look down here. It shows him hauling stuff. It shows him snow blowing. It shows that it can go through all kinds of stuff here. It's got like a manual engaged lever thing, whatever, right? And we're going to catch those guys that are going to buy this with some pretty girl on it, right? So this is like some old 1969. This is a beautiful frickin' ad, though, by the way. But what you do when you're selling something, it doesn't matter if it's a service, it doesn't matter what it is. You want to show the content that you would create is showing the thing solving the problem. Now, here's what's beautiful about what we do and what I do. When, like, if right now you were to say to me, Mike, how do I know this thing works? You know what I would say to you? I'd say, Ravi, how the hell are we on this call right now? Right?
But it works.
Because if it didn't work, where do you live?
Where I live? I live in the Caribbean, in Trinidad and Tobago.
Okay. How the hell is some guy from Kansas going to be on a Zoom right now with some guy from the Caribbean? If this didn't work, how is this happening?
It works.
That's what I love about it. Yeah, that's what I love about what we do, but it doesn't matter what you sell. Just show me how the thing does. How does it get me across the gap? Like, if you want to sell a garden tractor every day, I'd be uploading videos of this thing doing what it's supposed to do. Haul stuff, cut stuff. You know what I mean? So the solution is the content.
What is the result of this? What is the result of the product that you're selling? In other words,
100%.
What is the result? Show tangible results of the product.
That's why they'd be buying. Show me your thing solving the problem. And some people are like, oh, you got to have testimonials and all this stuff. No, you don't. The testimonials are great. Okay. But what I like even more than testimonials is I like just showing somebody the thing doing it. Like if I'm like, this knife is really sharp and I just cut through a piece of steel like this, I'm like, there you go. You don't need a testimonial. I'm showing you just what it does. Like, look, nothing sells better than that. I could have the best copy. I could have the hottest girls and guys and most smartest individuals ever talking about how I can fly. Or better than that, I would just be like, all right, guys, watch this. And I can fly up in the air and you're like, holy shit, the guy can fly. So it's better to just demonstrate the thing doing the thing. That's it. That's your content every day, all day, every day, all day, every day. It's just content over and over and over doing that.
And this I needed this. I really needed this because after last night, I was telling my girl that I have this and I have this. I have two paths that I want to choose. It's either I take my energy and I go for that in my mind it was $1,700, right? Either I go for that $1,700 product or either I go for that $8 product. And I was telling her I don't want $8, right? Because I have to work hard for $800 at the end of the month. I don't want that. I want $1,700, but in this case, I want $3,500.
Just do 3,500 because you'd have to sell two at 1,700.
I want $3,500.
Is it easier to sell two, or is it easier to sell one?
It's easier to sell one.
You'd be better off working the whole month to sell one and make as much as two than you would trying to sell two.
It's easier to sell one because it's the same thing I'm selling, right?
It's the same thing.
It's not about the price because it's all about, as you said, it's about showing them that this works, the value, justifying the price, in other words, with the value.
It's never a price problem. There's people out there that spend $1 million for a watch. It's never a price thing. It's finding the person that has the problem that you can solve, showing them that you can do that, and then just consistently doing that. And if you do that, like, you know, those lawnmowers, they've consistently cut grass, and that's why they keep selling them since 1969. You know, like they just keep selling because they keep working.
And you can keep on selling something that is working. Once you show it working.
What I'm doing, making money using the internet is not going out of style anytime soon.
It's not coming into style if you think about it.
It's never going to go out of style. There's 3 big markets out there: health, wealth, and relationships. None of those are going out of style. So just get really damn good at what you're doing. Don't waver so that when people think of you, you're this guy. When I say Steve Jobs, what's the first thing you think of? Apple.
Correct. Okay. Well, one direction, one definite focal point. In other words.
Now, did Steve Jobs have a bunch of other stuff going on in the background because he got so wealthy off of his one thing? Yeah. Look at, when I say Jeff Bezos, what's the first thing that comes to mind? Amazon. And then once he got to a certain place, then he could start rocket ship companies and all the other crap. But he got where he got by doing the one thing for a long time, 20 plus years.
A definite chief aim, one focal point. Put in all your
You'll know when you can split off because you'll have so much. That won't be the question. The thing is just focus on that one thing over and over, but nobody stays long enough. Imagine if a tree every other day is like, oh, I think I want to be a goldfish today. You couldn't trust the thing. It would never do it. But we trust trees because they're trees and they don't try to be anything else. And if you just focus on that over and over and over, and you'll become that, and then you'll have the power because you'll be so concentrated. You'll have the power to, you can, think about other things. But I mean, just be the master at something. Tiger Woods wasn't like, oh, I think I'm going to dabble in this race car thing. It was just like golf. Like, that's it.
A master is somebody who masters the basics in whatever they're doing, and they keep on mastering that one thing over and over again. They don't focus on something else. They focus on mastering that thing.
Even if you're 30% better than everybody else, you're rich.
30% better than everybody else.
It doesn't matter. Like, if you most people don't read another book after they graduate school. Like after they get out of high school and stuff like that, they'll never, 95% of people never read another book. And some of them didn't even read a book when they were in high school. So if you get out of high school and you read 5 books on how to grow succulents, you're pretty much a flipping expert. Does that make sense? Like, if you read right now 10 books on how to grow succulents, you watched 5 audiobooks on YouTube or whatever about how to grow succulents, and then you started trying to grow succulents for a few years, you'd be pretty much an expert on the shit. And then if you did it for 10 years straight, you could sell that it's like, if you just focus on what you're doing for the next 5-10 years, and you just like every day laser this thing in, like my goal every day is to try to make this as simple as possible, because it's something that's kind of complicated. So how do I improve this? How can I make this the least amount of steps, the least amount of thinking, the least amount of effort? And that's what I'm doing. If I can help somebody that doesn't know jack diddly squat about this figure out how to launch a funnel and start generating leads and sales in less than 30 days, well, shit, I am a wizard on the mountain. So that's all you have to do. That's all you have to focus on, and just be your version of this. There's a bazillion people that teach basketball. They're all valuable. Some are better than others because some care more than others.
Thank you. That makes so much sense. And the coach who's coaching the coach who's coaching you isn't coaching someone else. They have another coach. In other words, the coach that's coaching me in Trinidad is someone else is coaching you over there in Kansas, right? But we're still getting the coaching. We're still getting that model.
And some people, the people that would love you, they probably wouldn't love me or whatever. It doesn't matter. It's, if you just imagine you had one person a day joining your course for $3,500. Just one person out of the 8 billion on the planet. If you just sold one a day, you'd be a multimillionaire.
Definitely.
Okay.
I am a multimillionaire already.
Okay.
I am a multimillionaire.
So just focus on getting one customer a day.
One customer a day. Because one customer a day at $3,500 is making me a multimillionaire.
Yeah, and one customer a day after 1 year, 365 customers, and they all have a friend.
Thank you. Man, this is amazing. I needed this. I'm going to say it again. I needed this. I really did need this.
Well, I'm glad.
And the next time you hear from me, if it's tomorrow, I'm not going to be the same person that I am right now. All of this has carried me to the place where I know that I am creating the thing that I want to create, not the thing that I don't want to create. I'm going to take all my energy and put it into the thing that I want to create, $3,500 one time.
And then make it simple, make it easy, make it fast, make it stressless, and just focus on making it better every day. That's why I always go back to this picture right here. It's one of my favorite, most inspiring pictures I'll share with you. This one here, it's stupid too. This picture right here. They've been making this damn car, the Porsche 911. They've been making this car for 50 plus years. The first one, or one of the first ones here, didn't even have a mirror on both sides. And look, one little tiny exhaust pipe. Okay. Look at this thing. It's the same damn car. How do you make this car better 50 times in a row? I don't know. I don't know how the hell they do it, but you can see, look, the lights got a little bit better. We put a mirror on both sides because Lucy backed out of the garage and crashed this side of the car because she couldn't see. They improved the seats. They made the steering. I mean, so every year they just worked on one little aspect, made it better and better and better and better and better and better. That's all you need to do. Get your thing built and focus over and over. Make Model 2, Model 3. Look at this. This is the difference. And if you do this, you'll have the best thing there is in that zone. And you'll be, this car right here, whether we like it or not, is regarded one of the greatest cars ever built. And they just build it over and over, and they make it better. They just make it a little bit better each time, a little bit better each time.
You would have never thought that that car would have turned into that car, but it only turned into that car because of progressively fixing specific points on it. You focusing on one point over and over.
Yeah, you just keep improving it over and over and over. And that's what nobody does. They'll sell a couple of these and they'll go, let's build a whole new car and try to sell that one. But they've been building the same car over and over. And this is regarded one of the greatest cars ever built. But that's what they keep doing, just over and over. And that's what nobody does. So if you just do that, you'll beat everybody. And you'll always win. As long as what you're building solves the problem. So that's my, for you, I want you to do that. I'm glad that you've, had this expansive moment. I think it's amazing. I love having aha moments like this. I just want you to keep showing up, and you can do it. And it's not a price thing. This is a value thing. There's a million people out there that could give you $3,500 right now, and it wouldn't change their life in the least bit.
Correct.
But it would change their life if they did. So just focus on getting, one customer a day. That's your first goal. I need to get one customer a day. Hell, I need to get one customer a week. If you just one customer a week in the beginning, right? If you can get one a week, then you can get one a day. If you can get one a day, you can get two a day.
And just keep on doing the same thing that I would do to get one customer a week every single day. And it's just going to keep on improving. I'm going to see the results of one day.
Pretty soon you'll get so good at that. You'll see the pattern. You'll see that happening over and over and over again. You'll be able to teach somebody how to do that for you so that you can step back and work on the bigger problem, because the problem never goes away. It just moves around and changes. But you understand that when we say, I'm going to do business, we're saying to ourselves, I'm going to be a professional problem solver for the rest of my life, because that's what we do. The only way a business makes money is when it solves problems. Business is not designed to make money. A business is designed to solve a problem that exists in the marketplace. And when that business solves that problem for somebody, the byproduct or the exhaust of that is money. So if you want your business to make more money, you don't figure out ways to make more money. You figure out ways how to solve the problem better. And the better the product or service solves the problem, the more exhaust happens. The more exhaust, the more money. Okay. So the byproduct of solving a problem is money. So many people focus on trying to get their business to make money. Focus on getting your business to solve the problem better. The money just shows up, because that's how money comes.
Solving the problem better and better and better.
That's the only way to make money. So if you want to make more money, solve more problems.
If it starts off with four problems for the month, it starts off with 4 problems for the month. Solving 4 problems for the month. But I know that those 4 problems is $3,500 by 4. And then I can go to 2 a week. Then I'll go to 5 a week. Then I'll go to 7 a week. Then 2 a day. But I have to keep on doing the same thing over and over and over again.
If you can't get one a week, then you can't get one a day.
Correct.
So just don't get the cart before the horse, right? It's like we focus on all this stuff. Let's just get one a month. Then if you can get one a month, you can get one a week. If you can get one a week, you can get one a day. If you can get one a day, you can get 2 a day. If you can get 2 a day, you can get 4 a day. Because every time that you solve those problems, you get more power. The more power you have, the more power you can give. So you can give that power to an employee and they can start producing power for you. And it just keeps doing this. This is how this works, right?
Definitely. It's multiplying yourself. You make sure you get the result first, and then you can duplicate yourself. You have to get the result first and continue getting the results for yourself, and then you can duplicate.
Solve that problem. That's the most important. Your product is the most
problem
important
first.
thing there is.
Solve my problem.
The product is the most important thing. Everybody focuses on all the marketing, and this is why Naval Ravikant, I love what this guy says. He goes, the only reason you have to do sales is because you don't know how to do marketing. And the only reason you do marketing is because you don't know how to build a product. Because if you build the product properly, it will market itself. And when it markets itself, you don't have to sell anybody. They're just coming to buy it. You don't gotta sell a Porsche 911 Turbo S to anybody. They just work their whole lives to go buy one of those.
Who is the person that you said that?
Naval Ravikant. Naval, and then Ravikant. The guy's like a wizard. But you follow him on Twitter or whatever, it doesn't matter. But the thing is like, that's the key though. If you build a product that's so good that cuts the rope every single time,
you don't have to focus on selling or marketing. You're just focusing on the product.
But then if you do focus on sales and marketing, well, it's like it's whatever you want.
Skyrocket.
Yeah. It's like the Wright brothers, while everybody else was trying to figure out how to make this crazy, plane engine that had all this power that could, fly through the air. The problem was they had this big, massive engine, but they couldn't even get the thing to glide. So the Wright brothers are like, while everybody's focusing on a big, shiny, powerful engine, we're going to build something that will fly without an engine. So as soon as they figured out how to get something to glide without an engine, all they had to do then was stick a motor on it, and well, the rest is history.
Solve the problem, because the problem wasn't the engine. The problem was, how do we get it to move in the air? How do we glide? Not the power behind it. That's
right. That's right.
Thank you. Man, this is amazing. I can't wait to take all of this.
This is just one free call you get.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm like,
yeah. Yeah.
I'm just ready to take everything here and put it into action. I don't think I'm sleeping tonight.
Yeah, it's exciting, man. I know how that feeling is. So, all right. Well, listen, I'm going to get out of here since our hour's up 2 hours ago. I'm going to get back to work. I'm going to be working on my product. Did Daniel and Ravi, listen, I'm here. I'll be here. I'll be on TikTok tomorrow. I'll be here. You know where I'm at. We do this call once a week inside of this group, so you can see the value in these calls. I'm going to take the recording of this and I'll add it to the member area afterwards. So when we get done here, it'll export and all that jazz. And then you can watch this again inside the performers group. Okay. So, yeah, you'll have that in there to check out. And then, yeah, then so tomorrow I'll be on the live if you have questions there. But Daniel, I know I haven't heard much from you. Maybe you're just listening. That's fine. Did you have any questions before we get out of here? Yes, no, maybe so. It's okay. I know that.
Funny thing, if I didn't, I actually saw the email for the performance group today.
It's my first time listening. I just wanted to see what was all about.
Awesome. Well, very good. Well, I hope you found some value in this. And if you ever got any questions, feel free to jump on the next one next Tuesday. And then you can also ask me questions in the group. And as you may know, or maybe not know, I get on TikTok every day at 1 p.m. Central Time. So you can jump on there if you have questions as well.
Thank you. Today was my first time hearing you. So.
Oh, okay. Well, very good. Awesome. Well, very good. Well, great. So, all right. Well, listen, Ravi, I'm glad that we made some progress today. And Daniel, thank you for joining me. And this replay will be back in the group. Be here, I don't know, in a few hours here. It should be uploaded. And I appreciate you guys so much. So,
Mike, I appreciate you more than, well, I appreciate you. I'm grateful to you. Thank you. Because without you, I wouldn't have this clarity that I have right now. Because as you said, I had it already, but I really needed to refine everything that was in my mind. Because funny story, I thought about using Systeme.io like 3 months now, and I've been working with it, but I just couldn't get it done, right? I just couldn't get it done. Everything that was in my mind, it didn't have a way to flow out. Now it does, and I'm really grateful for that. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Well, I'm grateful for you. I couldn't do this if it wasn't for you. So it's mutual, and I appreciate it. And I'm glad that we're making progress here. And I look forward to seeing what you're going to do with all this.
Definitely. I'm excited to show you when I'm done. I'm
Awesome.
excited to get the results for myself. That's what I want. I want the money in my pocket.
Excellent. Very good. Very good. Well, guys, take care, be safe, and I'll see you guys on the next one, okay?
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.